Hello. Welcome. Maybe. I see my poll. Let's go over to the YouTube side of things. Oh wow, nothing in chat, really? Got 11 people in here. No pre-stream chat, unless it just went away magically. I don't know if that's ever happened. But welcome. There's the guy. There's the man. DC. Lose 2 viewers as soon as I go live. That's interesting. That's a new one for me. Dimly Fall. Hello. Hello. It's been a minute. Is my mic on? I feel like my mic might not be on. No, it's on. Okay, cool. Music's going. Looks like it might be a little loud for you guys. Or maybe you just actually hear it for the first time. Alright, well, let's get started. We can hit the face cam. Oh, I'm on face cam. I gotta plug in my mic. Oh gosh. Welcome back to streaming, Jake. You only do this almost every week. Only done it hundreds of times. Okay, now I don't know why it's not showing up. Let's see. Go to properties here. There we go. There we go. Music is fine. Can actually hear it now. Nice. Yeah, I try not to look at the viewer count too much. I only look at it when I want to say to like the video, because it always works. Whenever I say 18 people in here and only 7 likes, what's up with that? The numbers go up. You just gotta give it about 10 seconds for the delay to hit. But 5 by 5. What does that mean? Okay. That was also a call to... Oh, there we go. It went up. Okay. I was going to say, that was a call to action for you guys to go like this stream, since there's 19 people in here and only 9 likes. But looking at the viewer count is like torturing yourself. Yeah, I don't get too caught up in it, really. Like, I think it only bothers me if I'm like below 30 viewers in the middle of a stream, but usually that comes down to what the thumbnail is, and that's usually like a Bulbasaur. It's usually a grass type Pokemon. Let's be real. The grass type lovers out there, you're big fans, but there's not enough of you. So there we go. Call to action worked a little better the second time around. Okay. You don't have to like the stream. I hardly ever like you. Like, it has to be a really good YouTube video, or it has to be one of mine. So therefore, a really good YouTube video for me to like it. And yes, I like my own stuff. People can't see that. If you can't, if it's not public, I'm gonna like my own stuff. I don't like my own Instagram posts. Save on Pixel 8 Pro and more. No, thank you. Okay. Let's see. We should probably get started. We've got a lot of stuff for inventory. Wow, why not? Let's go over it. Holy shnikes. I don't even think I advertised. There we go. Couldn't move my chair back. I don't think I even advertised all the stuff that I added. I forgot this from the last stream you did. Well, it's been a while since I've streamed. So, but thank you. 16 months, dang. It's just so, it doesn't feel like I've had members that long. But thank you, DC. All right. So here are a few of the Game Boys. I'm not gonna go over the ones that I've shown off a bunch. Like all the DMGs and pockets are pretty much the same, or they are the same for the past couple weeks. But we've got an all clear Game Boy Advance. We had an all clear Game Boy Advance. It is. These are all V2s. Someone was asking, where are the V2s? All these are V2s right now. I will fix that. There is a large dog hair underneath this lens. It might not show up on camera. I will fix that. That's egregious. But we've got a purple and extreme green, yellowy green buttons here. We've got an all pink one. This is hard to see with the light, but it's all pink. The Suicune Game Boy Advance is back in stock. And then I believe this is a Bulbasaur. Forget that I just made fun of Bulbasaur, but there we go. And this one didn't break this time. If you don't remember, a long time ago, this shell I think it was the first time I used it, the only other time I've used it, and it broke. So that was fun. But it ended up selling really fast after I broke it, because I fixed it with a black back half of a shell, and it actually turned out really cool. But we've also got a red and blue GBA SP. This is also a V2 screen. We've got, I think this has been in for a while, but the classic crimson SP, just like the regular color. We've got an NES SP. I'll leave that open as well. We've got the mint in white. This is clear, and white button. No, gray. They're the light gray buttons, but that's a white lens. And there goes the clear Game Boy again. I believe this is, yeah, this one's a V2. Or no, these are V2s. These two are V5s, the laminated ones. And then we've got a Bulbasaur. I like to keep the thing on there because it gets scratched really easily. But Bulbasaur, GBA SP. This is the funny playing shell, so it's very glossy. I just can't keep a Game Boy up here. And there's white buttons on that one. And I think that's all the new ones, actually. There's some Game Boy colors here. Let me clear off the space. And if you're wanting any of these, there's a link in the chat and a link in the description. And if you want me to say your name out loud in the stream, say something in the chat if you haven't already. I just saw something in the chat that I want to talk about, but I'll wait till I'm done with this. Once I start taking apart the GameCube, we'll talk about it. Starting from the top, we got Magikarp and another red and blue. Pretty much the same color scheme, Game Boy Color. We've got a Gengar. The Gengar one is back, GBC. There's also this Gengar Pocket that we did on stream a while ago. I'm surprised this hasn't sold yet. I know pockets are a little hard to sell, but I think it's cool. Then we've got an all yellow monochromatic Game Boy Color. I think this looks sick. I really love monochrome Game Boys. And does this count as monochrome? It's more of a lime green for the buttons, and it's a clear green. It's all green. Maybe it's not monochrome, but it's all green. I think it looks sick. Those are the Game Boy colors I've got in stock right now. And otherwise, all the DMGs are the same. You can go check those out at the link in the description. If you're like, oh, DMGs, please show that off. Just check the link. Check the link. No biggie. That is everything for now. And if you're like, man, I really want a modded GameCube, well, you're in luck. I've got a solid spice orange one that's already up for sale. That was the last stream we did. So this week, or today, both, all of the above, we're doing the clear purple one from the thumbnail. And that's also what the poll is about, which I'm going to bring up real quick. 57% of you think that this is an atomic purple. I don't classify this as atomic purple. I think it's just a clear purple. I said it in the title for clickbait. Because people hear atomic purple and their heads turn. Understandably so. Purple's amazing, and so is atomic purple. But I think I like that purple a little more than atomic purple. Atomic purple is like a faded, it's a very desaturated look. That's why I don't classify this as, what's it called? Atomic purple. Okay. We need to find the bit, it must be in here. I need to find the GameCube bit, which is the large game bit driver, which is right here. I won't go, maybe on the way back, I'll do the game bit driver, or the automatic screwdriver is what I meant to say. We'll see how tired my arms get. Here's the super long extendo bit we've got. And let's say hello to everybody. Once again, if you last call, if you want me to say your name, say something in chat. We've got DC, Dimly Fall, Magical Sleeper, Flight in Service, James D, Wii 1235. I feel like I've seen a different Wii with a different number, or you're just changing the number, or I'm just going crazy. And we've got my parents, both of my parents in here. Fox Vengos, hope I said that right. Just my mage. Philip and Philip. That's it. How you guys doing? Hello. Welcome. Notifications finally popped up for stream. Nice. I never look at view account. Yeah, we talked about that. And also, the last stream you did was the event. Yeah, that was fair. I'm glad you didn't do a membership in the middle, because that was like one of the few things I couldn't do anything about. I didn't. If you didn't notice on the website, I completely changed it so you could not access any of my inventory. It was only the charity event stuff. Because I didn't want any awkward moments to happen where someone buys a Game Boy and I'm like, actually all that profit goes to me, but thank you. And same thing with the memberships. So yeah, thank you for waiting. And anyone else who's been waiting to join the mod squad, you can hit that join button down below. Now's the perfect time to do it. I've been working on a lot of off-camera projects this past couple weeks, and I'm actually having a lot of fun with it. It's not something that, I mean, some of it's stuff that I normally do, but not all of it's stuff that I normally do. And I think it's making me want to do another room tour video, and that I will not do for everybody. That will just be a members only video. So if you want to see all the cool stuff I've been working on, slash what my room looks like, which is pretty much what I've been working on, you can hit that join button down below. Just throw those. I don't want to throw those there, because that's probably where I'm going to put my my old, whatever they're called. Brain's working today. Oof, that is dusty. There you can see the dust there. Did its job, that's for sure. Nasty. Okay. Blow the dust off of that. Much better. I thought I dusted this before because I've been in here. Maybe it's just residual, or it's been too long. Okay. Hey, you ever doing repeats? I thought the Charizard GBA was cool, but missed it. I do repeats. I usually try and gauge like how fast something sells or how much people come to the stream. That's why I like to put the UV prints in the thumbnails. Because if it so like if I have Charizard in the thumbnail and a lot of people like Charizard, a lot of people will be in the stream. If it ends up being a good stream and or it sells fast, I'm like, okay, I'll buy more of those. The Charizard one, I'm not entirely sure because it did hang for a while, and it's also a Charizard. Well, if you're talking about the GBA, yeah, okay. It was a Charizard Y, I think, Mega Charizard Y, and I always feel weird doing like megas on the Game Boys because there were no megas on the Game Boy. But it looks close enough to Charizard. I might just make that an exception. It does look pretty cool. I did just buy a lot of inventory. It's sitting on the floor over there. It's not all here yet, but so I probably won't buy another one for a while. But I'll keep it in mind now that you've brought it up. It's always okay to request things, especially if I've done them before. I actually really enjoy when people request things because if it's not too outlandish, if it's something that I think more than one person will enjoy, I'll probably grab it, try it out. So, to answer your question, yes, maybe, probably. I wouldn't expect it anytime soon, though. Let's see. Good looking Game Boys. Thank you, Philip. Charity stream, Blastoise GBA also had an upgraded speaker. What would you say the difference between that and the normal ones on the GBAs you're selling? The upgraded speaker on that one was actually pretty good. That was the best amp I've ever seen. The best amp mod I've ever seen. But that was like a completely reworked audio system. So that's not really fair. Any audio amps, like any audio amp board I've ever tried or heard, usually over YouTube videos, but it's not been good, so I just don't do them. That one was way over the top loud. Like, it was unnecessary how loud it was. But it did sound good, which is not common with those. But it's, I don't know if you've ever heard a regular Game Boy is what these sound like. They're just stock. I don't do anything to them. They still sound totally fine. If they're quiet or if they're not sounding right, I fix it. So you can expect a regular Game Boy experience from the speakers and the ones I saw. If that answers your question. But I will be doing a lot more of those. Also, I'm gonna note that real quick. If I cough and or sneeze or sound sick or any of the above, I am not sick. I've been, all those projects that I've been working on off camera for myself have been dust filled. I fixed all the holes in my wall, sanded it down, painted. I have been making a record table, and a lot of sanding took place with that. Ouch. Made a lot of sanding has been happening. That's what I'm trying to say. A lot of drilling holes in drywall. A lot of dust flying everywhere. So my body is just trying to get rid of dust. I'm not sick. It's not like you're gonna get it from watching my stream, but I know some people would be like, gross, I can't believe you're modding while you're not feeling well. Everything's also cleaned before it's sent out, so. Okay. Next. Small Phillips head. Okay, I keep getting distracted by other comments. I want to go back up to someone. Ironically, 1235 told me that I should mod an Xbox. I have been wanting and looking at modding an original Xbox. In fact, 2 days ago, literally this weekend, I was looking at the Project Stellar mod. I've rewatched Tito's video on it. I watched Spawnwave's video on it. I was just thinking about it, like, one, Project Stellar doesn't have half the things that they've promised yet. And I know it's a small team, but they made a lot of big promises that haven't really shown up yet. So, unless it's happened recently that I'm not aware of. But I'm just like, I'd rather get it when all of the promised features are there, if that ever happens. I like to follow the advice of Marquez Brownlee. Don't buy anything based off of the promise of future updates. Buy it based off of what is there currently. The only time that I'll take a company at its word is if they have a history of actually following up with what they say, which is pretty much like Apple. Even a lot of big companies won't follow up on things like that. Okay, we gotta keep tearing this down even further. Need a bigger bit. But I do want to mod an original Xbox, but at the same time, it's like, why? Why would I do that? I'm not gonna do an HDMI mod because there's no need for me to with my retro tink. And on top of that, there's not many original Xbox games that I'm like dying to play. And there's like the few that I would want to play that I can think of right now, I can buy it digitally on the latest Xboxes. I can, like, the Ninja Gaiden games, which I don't know if those were even exclusive to the original Xbox, but no matter what, I think the entire trilogy is at least ported, maybe not remastered, but at least ported to the Switch. I don't know, I'm not taking the screws fully out of those. It's probably going to be smarter. Yeah. I already took that one out. Jade Empire. Is that what the game? That's another game that I think you can also get on current gen, or at least the original Xbox version on current gen. So it's like and like as much as I love the Duke controller, I don't need to play with it. I probably wouldn't really enjoy playing a full game with the Duke. So I'd rather play it on a modern console anyways. Give me some reasons to mod an original Xbox. Give me some, if you have any games where you're like, dude, I can't believe you're not even mentioning this game right now. Tell me about it. If the people behind Project Stellar want to send it to me, by all means, I'll make a video on it. My P.O. box is open. Oh. I don't know if I want to say this. I was going to say something, an idea of mine, but I don't know if I want to mention it quite yet. Maybe I'll ask the members, see what they think first before I go asking. I haven't told anybody about this. So, yeah, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. Sorry to tease you like that, but anyways, moving on. Definitely not Atomic Purple. Okay, yeah, I agree with you. Poncho Man, Sandy Ravage. I like it. Dang, this bottom part. Oh, never mind. The dust was just evenly spread. I was gonna say, this is clean. It's not. It's only got 2 screws though. It's kind of nice. Brute Force. Are you telling me to open it with Brute Force, or is that an original Xbox game? When you list consoles with the V2 displays, those are the ones that require soldering to change the brightness. Yes. Yes. Yes, it is. V2 is the... I mean, I would just... If you're confused about which is which, I would check out the big old comparison video. That's why it's there. To me, the V2 is the best kit, but I know some people are like, I want a laminated display, and I think the best laminated display is the V5. So that's why I offer those two. Plus the V5 is just a little easier to install. But yes, the V5 is soldered just like the V2, so they both have the button controls. But the V5 also has the touchpads installed, because even though in my tutorial I did remove them, I don't remove them anymore just because it is kind of hard to do it. So I just forego it, because some people strangely like the touchpads. Okay. Home stretch here. Yes, OG Xbox game. Okay. It sounds vaguely familiar. Oh, I think I'm thinking of Broforce. Never mind. Because I was gonna say, I don't think that's an original Xbox game. See, this is just a little too saturated to be atomic purple in my eyes. Just a little too saturated. Might as well install these real quick. Actually, we're gonna wait to install those. It's gonna be a little easier once it's screwed in, so let's just wait. There we go. I use my original Xbox for retro game media center stuff, and games load great off the hard drive. Fair. I just like I have all the consoles, so I don't need, like, I know it's a great emulation box, but then again, there's also a lot of dedicated emulation boxes out there that you can use better controllers with. If it's something you have, like, it's the best thing you have is, or the best emulation device is the one you already have. Not really, but that's a pretty solid one if you already have an Xbox. But nowadays, it's not worth going out to buy just, dang it. Actually, I don't think it matters too much if I'm gonna take it out. So that's not even the spot. It's in the other side. Yeah, the only thing I'm really thinking about using it for is like DVDs, because I have the little media remote for it. I got that for free from a game store a long time ago. Dude's just like, you want it? Like, sure, why not? It looks pretty cool. And with my RetroTink, I can upscale my DVDs, which I usually don't. I don't have too many straight DVDs. For the most part, I have 4K Blu-rays or just Blu-rays of my movies. Yeah, there's not enough stuff on the original Xbox for me to be like, oh my gosh. Like, that's how I felt about the PS2 originally when I modded that. I'm like, I don't really care about the PS2. But now, I've introduced myself to some of the exclusive games there. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of like this thing. I get it. But then there's also a lot of PS2 games that were remastered on the PS3. And so I'm like, do I really need a modded PS2? My modded PS2 sits in my room and I never use it. But what am I doing? That's not even close to the next step. Modded GameCube, no brainer for me. It's like my favorite, one of my favorite consoles of all time. I think it's number 2. Number 1 has to be the Switch now. It's just too good. Too many good games. Portable and home console form factor. It's hard to beat. If the Switch 2 is backwards compatible, then Switch 2 will be my favorite console of all time immediately. Like, no contest. Okay. Now we can put these in because that'll be a lot easier. I know you can't really see this, but this is a kind of boring part anyways. Okay. Now, I didn't really say this, but we're mixing it up today. Instead of doing, well, first of all, I remembered before the stream to load the SD card. I remembered. But instead of using these guys, I finally got one of the flex cables. So, we're going to try that today. See if it's actually worth it or not. I don't remember how much it cost me. You should probably buy the Helder one. I think it's Helder that makes them. Put the SD card in there now before I forget. Still set it over there. Get these out of the way. Do I really need to solder all of these? Let's just do this. Get a bunch of solder out. I'm gonna try and go no flux here. It's gonna be a lot of flux, so. need some flux anyways. I feel like I'm also using too much solder here. This is not my best soldering here. I kind of just dove in. There we go. That last line was actually pretty good. Still a lot of solder I used there. I'm gonna need to cover up the screen for a second. I feel like I should have taped it down and then soldered it. Did all that soldering like I just did with it taped flat to the board. Oh well. You know what? I did buy multiple of these, so I think I might just redo it. I'll use this another time because I think it's going to take me a lot of time. Ignore that. Thank you for the light pipe reminder. I just ordered the PS2 OLED memory card Pro 2 from England. Should be here in 2 weeks. Nice. I haven't looked at that yet. I saw there was a video from Tito on it, but I have not watched it. It's actually on my YouTube app. They actually sent me a notification for his, which is not... I don't think I have notifications set for him. But they're like, you probably want to check this out. I'm like, I guess. Sure. I don't even need to solder all of them. I only need to solder a few. Covering up the screen to line everything up again. Normally these AliExpress clones will just steal people's work. I'm not even in frame. Just move the whole mat forward. Usually they literally just steal the design. I think they just did it themselves this time, which is good. They stole the idea, which is... I don't think that's as bad. It's annoying still, but the reason I say this is because one, it's pretty simple design, and two, I would hope that Angry Helder's version of this is better for lining it up because they don't really leave you much room down here for soldering, but I don't think we're gonna need it. I know that these are the ones. Do we still need to bridge the connections for these? I don't think so. I hope not. That's not even the ones we'd want to bridge if we were bridging them. Good grief. Okay. I think those are all good. Then we just really need the 3.3 volts or 3v3. I don't know what 3v3 is. Yeah, and I'll clean up that solder I tried to do down here. Okay. Hey, Mikey. How many handhelds do you think you've repaired and given new life to? Oh, gosh. I would say anywhere from 300 to 500. That's my guess. Just gonna leave this. Holy shnikes, this board is warm. I'm gonna leave the tape that I used on there. Okay. Just gonna clean that flux up a little bit. Okay. The environment and history. Thank you, good sir. What did I say? Oh, the environment and history. Thanks, you good. You're welcome, history and environment. Mikey for 20 months. Showing up DC earlier. Thank you, Mikey. I think you are my longest running member. And one of my longest running friends. I don't know if I have a friend that I've known longer than you that I still actively keep up with. I think you are my oldest friend. I mean, not my oldest, I'm older than you, but you know what I mean. Dude, I keep getting flux everywhere, all over my fingers. I'm about ready to just go wash my hands because it's everywhere. Okay. But we still have more flux and solder to do. We need... Oh gosh. Probably like this. Yeah, it's gotta be like this. It's definitely like that. Okay. I'm gonna get another piece of Kapton tape. Can't believe the GameCube uses an IBM chip. Yep. It also uses an ATI chip, also known now as AMD. It was using AMD for graphics before the Steam Deck made it cool. Sorry, once again, gotta cover up the old camera. Dang nabbit. Make sure everything lines up here. So I can lock it down a little bit. Do this action. We can zoom in. We can. Oh, oh. Focus. Time for some soldering. I just had a merch idea pop into my head. I don't want to say it. I don't want anyone to steal it. We're 53-ish minutes into the stream. If I forget, I'll have to come back here. Okay. Throw some flux down here. I'm gonna put the tiniest little bit of solder. I'm gonna turn my soldering iron back on as it's turned itself off. And then I'm going to mother and father, if you're watching this, can you remind me to look for a new soldering iron cable later? Thank you. Also, remind me about the shirt idea I had, because I'm probably gonna forget. Okay. I think I put way too much solder on here. Just gonna dab it onto these spots. I'm gonna remove it. Honestly, I'm not quite sure if I like this setup or not. Oh, that's probably why, because my freaking soldering iron turned off. Wow, it's crazy how much better that heats up. the solder just flows when the soldering iron is on. Add a teeny tiny bit of solder there. I don't know if I'm making a solid connection there or not. Think we're good. Think we're good. Does the GameCube play original games as well? What do you mean by that? Like, oh, like with through the disk drive? Yes. The answer is yes, if that's what you're asking. It will still play discs, and it will also be region free, since this is a Japanese GameCube. I will show off how to do that when we're done here, as well as you will get a little QR code leading you to an instructional video on how to put games on your console when you purchase one of these, which is just the video I have on how to back up your games. Okay, now those are clean as a whistle in the wind. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. All right. Let me just put this there so it doesn't go nowhere, doesn't hurt nobody, and soldering, in theory, is done. In theory. Okay. Zoom back out. You can also pull this back so you see more of my head than my torso. There we go. Never mind. I was gonna say, should I put a different color or a purple color LED for the light? But I don't have a purple LED. I have white, red, blue, yellow, and green. I'm just gonna leave it orange, which the yellow is orange anyways, so might as well just leave it. Battery has already been swapped and has a holder for the design this time, so if you do buy this and 20 years from now your GameCube stops telling the time on its own, just gotta, well, get a game bit screwdriver and then a Phillips head, and you're golden. I feel like we're making pretty decent time for a GameCube mod. Maybe next time, well, I don't know. I was gonna say maybe next time we'll do a speed run, because I haven't done a speed run of this yet. But I don't know about that. I don't know about that one. Okay. Put down these fancy things. You're all good, mid-pixel. But I'm hoping that's what you meant. Was was discs. I really like it, but to be honest, I haven't tried another screwdriver like it. Like, I don't have. I've tried ratcheting screwdrivers before. I've broken a ratcheting screwdriver before. Sorry, Dad. I bought him an LTT one as well, so that's all fine and dandy. But I just like that it's got all the storage for bits in here. The ratchet is very nice. But if there's another screwdriver for cheaper that has a ratcheting system and has a bit storage system that holds this many bits and it's cheaper than LTT's, then it's probably worth it. I don't know. I think it's worth it if that's the type of screwdriver you're looking for and you use a lot of, or if you use a screwdriver a lot. I don't use it nearly as much as my iFixit screwdriver, but they're also coming out with a precision one that also holds bits in it, and I would love to try that one. I think it'd be really cool if they actually sent me one, because I feel like I am a creator who would give a great review on it. Or how do I word it? I'm a great candidate for reviewing it because I use this screwdriver so much. Okay. All the plastics are off. Cool. Ooh, actually, I didn't even think about that. Actually, it should be fine. Let me line this up. How does the back of my head look? Oh, that's my hat. You only saw my hat. Okay, yeah, there's plenty of clearance. Never mind. I was going to cover that chip up with Kapton tape, but there's plenty of clearance. So, we're good. Confirmed LTT plant. Yeah. No, I'm a retro tink shell. That's my latest comment about me sharing things I like. I'm gonna rant about that real quick, actually. My favorite, and this is heavily sarcastic, my favorite thing about the internet and making videos is if I want to share a product that I genuinely love, that I think a lot of people who are like me should have and use, if I want to say it on the internet, I cannot make a single dime off of it, or else I am a shill. I am just trying to hide a sponsorship. I don't know, any of the excuses that you can think of. I'm a horrible, horrible person because I want you to have a product that could very well make your life better. And if I don't make money, then just that much free promo, you should get paid for that, dude. Which one is it? I know it's different people saying that, but my philosophy is, if it's a sponsorship, if I'm getting paid actual money to say things about a product, then I will be very explicit. Like the one sponsorship I've had with the shirts from Into the AM, while I genuinely like those products, that was a sponsored ad read. Those were my own words. They didn't have me say anything other than mention their Black Friday sale. That was their only notes. I thought that was a really good sponsorship. Plus, I genuinely love their clothes. I still wear them all the time. Probably won't ever work with them again, but that's because they're upset with me. I'm a little upset with them for other reasons, blah, 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 whatever. But, where was I going with this? Code Jake and stuff. I feel like, but if you don't know by now, if you use Code Jake anywhere, I probably make money off of it. So, if you didn't know, now you know. Bell Bib DeVoe. But, like, if I'm gonna talk so highly, if I'm gonna praise a product that I like, that I think is good, and it's not like Natalie or something, you know, one of my friends, if it's an actual company that makes a lot of money, I would like to get paid for me shilling it. So if I mention that there's Code Jake, or if I have an affiliate link, it's still genuine. I'm not just gonna push a product onto you that sucks. I would not be able to sleep at night. That's my little rant over. Because I get all the time, especially this thing right here. If you look at the comments on the short I did for this, which is just cutting up part of my fixing everything on the Game Boy Color video, 90% of those comments are, oh my gosh, ad? It's like, yeah, I get it. It does very much sound like an ad, but it's because I said Code Jake and you can find it here. But that does not also, so we're clear, as long as I say that they are affiliate links in the description, that is good enough for my legal butt. That is not a hashtag ad. That is not a hashtag sponsored. I did not get paid to say that. I get paid if you buy something through that link in that code. And it really drives me crazy when people don't know the difference. Okay, I think that's the end of the rant. Okay. I should probably put all of the screws in before I try and fit that in. Realign there. There we go. Also got the SP on Friday and the charging port works. Nice. I mean, it should. It's an entirely different motherboard. On that note, though. So, for those who don't know, which I don't know who would know, Midpixel bought an SP for me a couple weeks ago, and it was not charging, which I test everything multiple times. I've gone over that the past few streams now, but it's just weird because I swear I charged with that. But anyways, things happen. Maybe it just happened to have a freak accident from the time it left my hands, or sometime after it left my hands. But anyways, it was not charging, and that could have a whole host of issues. Usually it's the charge port is bad. Usually it can be like I saw some damage on the like the connector here. There was a bit of corrosion on that one, so I was like, oh, easy peasy, swapped it. Sometimes it's a fuse issue. Sometimes apparently it's this EM8, which I've swapped for, oh, this is out of focus. EM8, this bigger one right here, which I swapped out for a DS one, in case it was bad. It was fine. I reflowed all these chips, everything, tested for continuity, tested for voltage, and I just couldn't get anything going. And then I saw a video from, oh, what's the channel? My mate Vince, my mate something. I think it's my mate Vince. Anyways, it's like an hour-long video of him trying to fix another charging issue, and it turns out he had some broken traces underneath the cart slot. And I tried to do some soldering with the vias on this side because I feel like I would rip a bunch of pads if I tried to take this off. And so I didn't, and then I just was like, okay, well, those two vias that he fixed connect this via to here, so I just ran a wire to there, and now it's charging. It was that simple. And I've had a few SPs like this where it's like I've tried everything I can think of and it still won't charge. Still does the same thing. So now I know how many Game Boy Advance SPs have I sold that don't charge, and that's the only issue. I don't know. I need to charge my camera. That was perfectly timed. Whoa, that's way out of focus. I also decided to grab come on now. It's good enough. I also decided to grab Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, which I learned the Japanese Metroid Prime 2 is Dark Echoes. It's weird. Any hoozles. I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, the chart thing. So I fixed that. I'm gonna make the wire a little cleaner, but I know how to fix that now. And if anybody's curious, it's the via that's like right below this screw hole down here. And it connects to the positive battery terminal. Look up my mate Vince's video, he explains it a lot better. Okay. Let's keep going on this. Oh, you're good, man. It's my job to make sure it's working for you, so. I can't sell you a faulty product. Was it frustrating? Absolutely. Is it your fault? Not at all. Dang it. Forgot. Gotta get that. Gotta get that screw down. I have a question about the GBA link cables. Do third-party cables ever work to trade Pokemon? I don't see why not. I don't have any GBA link cables, actually. I have well, actually, GBC link cables work with GBAs. There's just a notch on the GBA ones, so you can't use it with GBC. I don't get it. It's weird. You can look at my head for a moment. There we go. You could have a bad link cable port. I don't think so, though. Have you tried a link cable? I guess you just need 2 Game Boys for that. I would try it on any other Game Boys you could possibly get your hands on. Now, I know not everybody has like 100 Game Boys at their house like me, but it could be a bad port. It's just very rare. Oh, is it a repro game? If it's a repro cart, that might be your issue. There's my tape. Okay. How do you mount this? Like that, I guess. I want to test it first. I don't want to tape it down just. Risk it. For the biscuit. Full send or no send? Okay. No need to come to the farm today? Okay. Always, always, always open the lid when you put the GameCube top on. Did not nail that one. not nail that one either. Definitely didn't nail that one. Yeah. Just gotta get this one in and drop it perfectly in. Nope. Oh man, that one popped out. If you don't know what I'm doing, I'm trying to get the screws to actually go into the screw hole. There we go. Otherwise, it's a bit of a pain to screw these down. How's my wrist look? Come on. There we go. My forearm is starting to burn. Okay. That's all of them, right? Put the crown jewel, the family jewels on. Peels the peel. I would save the peel for the customer on this, but it's kind of hard to get to when it's stuck down. So if it was like the Game Boy screens where it was like sticking up around, then I would leave it. Trying to make sure it's about as straight as it's gonna get, because it's stuck down now and it's there forever. Okay, cool. Let's get set up here. We can open that up. Where'd I put Metroid Prime 2 Echoes? This is an American game going into a Japanese console. Close that up, put that there, let's flip that on real quick, and let's grab the cables. Included in the purchase of a GameCube is an American plug. Sorry, everybody else. Well, sorry, Europe. I think everybody else is fine. I should say North American because Canada the same. I think Mexico is the same too. But it is a third-party one. Included is also basic AV cables. What's not included is any games, nor is a controller included. You will get this SD card that is out of focus and overblown. It's a 32 gigabyte basic micro SD card. You can find it in its home down here. And it is loaded with the software that you need to rip your games, as well as the software that will load your games and do all the other things, the actual Swiss operating system, all that stuff. Actually, I don't think it's the operating system. Maybe Swiss is on there. I think Swiss might be on the Pi Pico that we soldered to the thing. What is also not included but optional is this HDMI upscaler that goes into the digital port. And I'm gonna flip over to my face cam. Hello, because I'm going to unplug my camera and plug in the GameCube so we can flip over to this, and hopefully this works first try. No, it did not. Did not work first try. I don't even know what that said. Okay. Gosh darn it. Well, that's actually an easy fix too. Okay, I'm gonna loosen this screw a little bit. Because that is where the Pico is attached. Could be too tight cutting things off. Nope. Okay. I do know what family jewels mean, Father. I was making a joke. It just doesn't. I wonder if I do need to solder more, but there were no lines leading anywhere. Is it still too tight? Nope. I don't know. Yeah. Fun. Well, one thing's for sure. I need to, no, you can't even see this. I forgot to take the rubber feet off. But I am supposed to be able to remove them. Maybe. Holy shnikes. How many times have I said shnikes today? Dude, this thing is just stuck. There's one. Second one was easier. Nice thing about that is we can just slip those in, but I'm gonna clean them off with a little isopropyl. I don't really know what to do about the Pico boot. That's why I'm kind of stalling here for a second. I guess I could just try and solder all of those points on the Pico board. I will flip back to this. Flip back to that now that we're plugged back into the camera. Take all this crap off screen for a moment. We're also going to be breaking out the electric screwdriver here because my forearms were burning last time. I forgot how powerful this is. And loud. Apologies. Volume warning. Again. What I will do first, I should probably take the game out before I accidentally break it. The first thing I'm going to do is just loosen these a little bit. It's a flat cable, so it shouldn't matter. Maybe I'll even just do this like entirely loose here, just for a little testing. Oh no, we're upside down. We're back. Well, we're back. Oh wait, I gotta plug this in too. I don't know what that was, but that kind of scared me. Oh, it's upside down, that's why. Still no Pico boot. That doesn't even light up. Okay. So it's definitely something wrong with Pico boot. Hello. So, what I'm gonna try first is just soldering. Man, it's just so difficult now. Now that it's installed, it's hard to be able to solder it. Wonder if I could. Like a piece of rubber or something. No. That's not good. I guess. There we go. This is gonna be interesting. Don't try this at home. This is also why I don't take send-ins. So I like to do weird things to make life easier. This is not a flat surface. I don't have like a flat surface to put on top of it. The right way would be taking that all apart and desoldering it, which would be so many extra steps. I just don't want to do I don't want to keep going on stream if I have to disassemble everything and redo it. I don't mind doing a quick jank thing like that, but the quick jank thing is not working. I could use the plexiglass, but that'll melt too. And I was also thinking about, this is not heat resistant, it's static resistant, so that would be super dumb. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just do this off camera. Honestly, I don't want to do it right now. So, those are the only ones that you should have to do. Let me look up the instructions. Make sure I don't have to bridge 6 and 7. That should be done on the board. Give me a moment here. I didn't order it that long ago. Did I pass it? Actually, there might be addresses on here. I don't want to. Yep. If I would have scrolled down, there would have been an address. Okay. Let's look at the listing. It doesn't say anything about instructions. It says, note, welding this product requires some welding skills. Cool. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about where to solder or if I need to bridge anything. This, am I tripping or something? Thought Helder was the one that sold these. There it is. Okay. Yeah, this is a different design than Helder's entirely. Huh. He only soldered some of them. He didn't solder all of them. But I just wonder if he soldered more than he needed or not. I don't know. I'm gonna do this later. I'm mentally done streaming. It's been almost 2 hours. Okay. Cool. I don't know how to end this now. It's always awkward when I don't finish the mods. But thank you to hanging out, or thank you for hanging out during the stream. But yeah, that's all for now. I don't think I'll have a video Friday. I wanted to have one, but I don't think I'm gonna have enough time because it's a fully scripted video that has no script yet. So I don't think it's gonna happen. But there's a video that I would like to make. There's also another video I'm working on, but it's gonna take a while. You'll see why in hopefully the next month. And then the other video that premiered during the charity stream I could put out this Friday, but I don't want to. I want to space out those two videos a little bit. So at least another week. But I think that is all for now until Monday. So we'll see you guys next Monday for hopefully a better stream than this one. Later, guys. Even my voice is going way down. I'm just tired, man.